I'm back here at Border Paws Animal Shelter with Pet Project this week, and today we have an adorable poodle cross with something. His name is Pepperoni, and he's about 4 years old. Tell me a little bit about him. He seems super calm and super friendly just from the few minutes that I've spent with him.
So yeah, Pepperoni is a very sweet dog. We think he would do really good in any home, good with kids, good with, you know, other animals. We think he doesn't seem to really bother with the other dogs or cats, so I think with the right introduction he'd be good. So he has a pretty sad story. So he came from a dog seizure near Moose Jaw. There was 120 dogs seized. We ended up taking 3 of them. The rest of them just got spread out through all the rescues in Saskatchewan and Alberta. So I imagine he hasn't gotten a lot of attention in his life, so we're just trying to find him a home where he can maybe be the center of attention.
Yes, and despite having the lack of attention and love, he is so sweet and so calm. Like, he hasn't made a single noise, even around the bunny here. He hasn't made really any noise, so he's just exploring, which is nice. So you mentioned that he'd be fit for any home, any age children?
I think so, right? I mean, obviously, if you have littles, you know, take the time to teach them how to properly approach a dog, but we've got lots of kids go right up to him in the kennel and no issues there. Yeah, no, he's pretty good. I think he still needs a little bit of training just because I don't think anybody's spent the time with him. But yeah, no, I think he would, and he doesn't seem to mind the other dogs, and even when we walk him past the cats, there doesn't seem to be any issues. And he definitely likes treats.
Yes, he's just a normal dog then. I'd be concerned if he didn't. That's awesome, especially, you know, if other families have pets and stuff, they'll know that he's going to be fine with them.
I think with the right introduction, you shouldn't have any issues with him.
Yeah, I can see right now that he is just the cutest little guy ever. And especially, you know, kind of, you know, out of the puppy stage and more into the adult stage, you know, they tend to be set in their ways, but he seems to be so gentle despite where he came from, which is amazing. So I have no doubt that he'd make a perfect addition to any home. Now, you had your carnival.
Yes.
And that was a huge success. Tell me a little bit about that.
So yeah, it was a really good turnout. I was really, really happy with the support from the community. We opened at 12, and we had actually a couple hundred people probably come through within the first few hours. Fizzled out a little near the end of the day, but no, it was really good. And it was really nice because it was kind of an event for everyone. $5 went a long way at our event because our tickets were only $1. And so many kids were winning so many tickets that they were just handing them out to other kids. Everybody was walking out with a prize, even just the pizza. Everything was just so nice to see. I don't think a single kid left without a smile on their face.
Which is exactly what you want happening. You know, this is for kids. So it's great that they had a fantastic time, and it was a success due to, you know, having to push it back and all the planning that had to go into it. Now, another huge event that you put on every year is coming up next week, the Jail and Bail. How excited are you? And tell me a little bit about what's going to happen.
So yeah, we are extremely excited. So we have our annual Jail and Bail coming up on December 9th. It's going to run from 7 to 7. We've already got quite a bit of local celebrities. I know some people from your work are coming. So yeah, we're going to lock them up. It's actually going to take place at our new shelter, which is extremely exciting because then we can kind of show the public what our progress is so they can see that we're very, very close to actually getting in there. We're also going to have a silent auction, and we have some really big ticketed items, so we're not quite announcing them yet, but we will hear probably in the days to come, as well as in the next few days on our social media. We'll be announcing all the jailers that you can donate to bail out.
And when the day actually comes, how can people physically donate if they see that they have a jailer that they want to donate to?
So yeah, we're going to have an online platform, so you can either go right online and do it yourself, or you can actually call down to the shelter, and we will have people answering the phones to take your donations.
And you know, the new year is coming up. Is there any other plans that you guys have, or just waiting until the new year and being able to move everything over before you start doing other events?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the plan. I think after, you know, Jail and Bail, we're just going to kind of focus on getting into the new building, and then once we're in there, we'll be probably planning a lot more events because we'll be able to actually do them right at the shelter. So I know we have, like, you know, I've talked about a paint night, possibly some yoga, that kind of thing, you know, yoga with puppies.
Yes.
And yeah, no, we were definitely going to look into setting up some more programs, do some more volunteer programs, like ones with reading, the kids reading to the dogs, that kind of thing.
That's awesome. Well, now just before we wrap up, is there any donations that you're in need of, whether it be food? I know last week you needed more adult food for the dogs and cats. Is there anything that you need this week?
Yeah, so again, food always. Definitely cat food, dog food, puppy food, kitten food, kibble or wet. Again, sound like a broken record, but more blankets we can always use with our puppies. They're quite messy, so we find we're going through bedding quite a bit, so we can always use more blankets as well, or sheets or towels, whatever you have laying around.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much today, and thank you, Pepperoni. He was amazing, and he will definitely make someone's home very happy.
Yes, you will.
Pet Project is sponsored by the Pet Pad. For total pet care, think Pet Pad.